An 18-year-old man admitted to a juvenile court petition charging him with fatally shooting rapper Pop Smoke during a home invasion robbery in the Hollywood Hills area, which occurred February 19th, 2020, and tragically took the life of Pop Smoke, whose real name was Bashar Jackson. So the 18-year-old was 15 years of age at the time of the crime, and he's admitted to a first-degree murder charge in relation to the killing of Pop Smoke, Bashar Jackson. Further to that, he's admitted to personally and intentionally discharging a firearm during the home invasion, and he's admitted to the actual home invasion robbery count. So I'm tempted to commend this 18-year-old for admitting guilt. I don't mean that to be offensive to anybody at all, but it's a good thing that he's admitted guilt. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit there, credit where credit's due. The 18-year-old is a scumbag, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to defend him in any way other than giving him a little bit of credit for admitting guilt to a first-degree murder charge in relation to Pop Smoke's killing in the Hollywood Hills, February 19th, 2020. I presume the 18-year-old had the option to plead not guilty, to have an extended trial, but I would say that he's done the right thing in pleading guilty. So I guess that means he's going to be given the death penalty, right? Or if not, at least life in jail. Well, you'd be wrong. We're told that he's expected to be held in a state juvenile facility, so not an actual prison, a state juvenile facility, until the age of 25. Are 25-year-olds considered juveniles? I don't think so. But this guy is going to be held in a state juvenile facility until he turns 25. Now, the article that I've read through, and there is a link to the article on the flyer that I've created, the article that I've read through doesn't really explain what's going to happen after he turns the age of 25. There's no explanation, information, inference that he will be transferred to a prison for an extended period of time. There's no such information along those lines. We're only told that he's expected to be held in a state juvenile facility until the age of 25. Now, my interpretation of the article that I've read through, which could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong, but my interpretation is once he does turn the age of 25, he's going to be released. There you go, son. You've been locked up for several years for taking the life of an innocent man, for robbing his home, for purposefully, knowingly firing a gun at the victim, taking his life. You've served your time, a few years in state juvenile facility, on your way. That's my fear. That's my interpretation. And if that is the case, then I'm disgusted on behalf of the victim's family. Bashar Jackson, Pop Smoke, had his life taken away completely needlessly. Why? Well, because it was a home invasion robbery. A gang entered the premises in the Hollywood Hills. I'm not entirely sure how many people entered the property as part of the robbery gang, but it seems to be 3 or 4. I believe 4. Could have that wrong. And they broke into the house because they knew Pop Smoke was a very successful up-and-coming rapper, and he and his squad had plenty of jewelry, plenty of cash. In fact, Pop Smoke made some social media posts a few hours before the robbery, flaunting his cash, I think, but flaunting his wealth in general. His videos, his music videos, of which I've seen a few, generally flaunt wealth. He's a rapper. I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think Pop Smoke is an out-and-out gangster rapper, but there is an element of celebrating gang life to an extent, I believe. I could possibly have that wrong, but that is my take on it. I've not done too much research. Again, I do listen to a couple of Pop Smoke songs, but I can't remember all of the lyrics and can't remember all of the details, but they generally, in the music videos, they're flaunting their wealth. They'll be in a group, a gang of young black men. I could be mixing videos up in my mind, but I think there are guns being shown to the camera, blickies. I think there is at least an element of celebration of gang-related activity, although Pop Smoke, Bashar Jackson wouldn't be the only nor the biggest offender in regards to the promotion of gang activity. So a 19-year-old as well as a third young man also admitted to 1 count each of voluntary manslaughter as well as home invasion robbery, and they too are going to be held in juvenile custody until the age of 25. Again, we're not told what will happen after they turn 25. A 4th robber, gang member, was 19 years of age at the time. He's now 22. His name's Corey Walker. He's the only one to have been charged as an adult, and he's he's awaiting trial at this point in time. So that's pretty much all the information that we have. I am glad that there's been progress. I am glad that the authorities, the investigators, found 4 suspects. Hopefully there were all of those involved in the robbery, in the shooting. I'm glad that 3 of them have pleaded guilty to either manslaughter or first-degree murder, but I am highly concerned about the sentences. Okay, if they're to be held in juvenile custody until the age of 25 and then transferred to prison for a much lengthier amount of time, okay, I'll be happy with that. But we're not being told that in the articles that I've read through. We're being told that they're going to be held until the age of 25, and then we're left to guess what's going to happen at that point. And my guess is, my fear is, my concern is that they're going to be released. And if that is the case, then that is far from being good enough. That is a disgrace. That is letting down the victim, the loved ones of the victim's family. It's setting a very, very poor example to the residents, the citizens of Los Angeles. Hey guys, particularly gang members, if you want to go around robbing places and shooting people, we might hold you in juvenile custody for a few years, then you'll be let go. I mean, what do you think the gang members' response to that is going to be? Oh, okay, yeah, great. Well, let's carry on then. Let's go after whomever we please, but perhaps the new up-and-coming rappers that flaunt their wealth on social media, which is a very, very silly thing to do. We've seen XXS Tentacion's life taken away for that reason, for flaunting his wealth, being robbed and murdered, shot needlessly, dying on camera. There's been several others that have also been killed for a variety of different reasons, but several have been shot during robberies, because almost all of these rappers wear hundreds of thousands of dollars worth, if not millions of dollars worth of jewelry, as well as all of the drip, all of the Chanel, all of the Prada, all of the Dior, and racks on racks on racks. So they've got to wise up. They've got to stop doing this. Okay, wear the jewelry for the rap video and then show you putting it in the safe. Don't wear it around the house. Don't wear it on your private jets. Make sure you have plenty of security, but just, I don't know, these guys just need to be wiser. They're dabbling and at least somewhat encouraging gang activity. They're playing with sharks. They're somewhat inviting sharks to rob them, and some of them will try. And those that do try will use weapons and will be prepared to shoot, will be prepared to take innocent lives. I've probably gone on a bit of a ramble too much there, so I'm going to wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Thank you for listening, and take care.